All right, y'all. Y'all come on in. Come on in. We got some good stuff to cover today. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Thank y'all for all the love and the support that you all have been pouring in to me as I sit here and get this content out, because the truth has to be out there, y'all. With that being said, y'all, I'm not even finna waste no time. Y'all know it is a strange thing taking place in our country, right? It's a strange thing. Things that used to be the obvious. So like punishing the criminals, defending the borders, y'all, protecting our citizens. What's wrong with that? That's the common sense. That's the normal. Yet you have people who try to protect the chaos, just to name a few: Trump, Rubio, JD Vance, the ones that's out there that's actually fighting for this country and American people. Right? But they are the ones that are being called enemies. Okay? I'm letting y'all know now. Our country is under attack. Okay? And no, not under attack by foreign armies or anything like that. The very people who are in this country that believe in illegals having due process, young children slaughtering their bodies to be a certain gender, the ones who represent inappropriate books in schools, the very people who are mad that Doge exposed them for corruption. These are the people, y'all, we've been unattacked by. And it's crazy. And then they sit here and they throw the rocks, y'all, and hide their hands and play victim. The party of violence, the party of hatred, the party of division. Y'all looking at them today, real-time reality. So I'm finna shut up, y'all, and we finna dive into the first video. Because Rubio, I know a lot of y'all were telling me like I wasn't so sure about him, and I don't know, if he gonna be a real good pick and all this other type of stuff. Well, one of the Democrats tried Rubio, said they regret that they picked him, right? Well, Rubio finna get in that tail, and I've been following Rubio really closely now, and I'm just, still learning about him and things like that. I know a lot of y'all state that, I don't know, but now he's showing up and showing his tail, y'all. So with that being said, coming straight from Nick Sorto, y'all, we finna dive into the video, and then we're gonna chop it up towards the end. Let's get into it. Let's go.
And I have to tell you directly and personally, I regret.
May I respond?
You may sit.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me. Good job. Based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement, Mr. Secretary.
Can I respond, Mr.
You may.
I didn't ask
Senator,
question.
please let the Secretary have
I'd be
the floor.
happy to, but then I can respond to his
Your
response.
time's up, Senator, and willfully used, I might.
Well,
Your remarks do not represent the
Well, Mr.
Secretary. Please.
Well, I'd like to. I can't respond to everything, much of these, but I'll go through a few. First of all, I'm actually very proud of the work we've done with SA. Example, I don't regret cutting $10 million male circumcision.
Come on.
Mozambique. I don't know how that makes us stronger and more prosperous. I don't regret psychosocial support services.
I raised Sudan, Mr.
And he get all this hate, y'all. Why? Because he is the one that actually supports deporting violent gang members and all these other things that have been taking place. Let's get into it.
Senator, I'd ask you to spend. You had 7 straight minutes.
I chose to use my time that way, Mr. Chairman. That's my right to
Please
use
suspend
that way.
Secretary Rubio.
Well, I can go on. I mean, there's other things. Here we spent $227,000 for Big Cat's youth ID. Spent $14 million for social Mali, whatever the hell that means. So I can go on and on. I got the list more. I didn't even bring the whole list. Case of El Salvador, absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita. That guy is a trafficker. That guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear in the days to come. You're going to see who you went to defend.
I'm sorry,
Please,
Mr. Chairman.
Secretary Rubio has the floor.
Mr. Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated comments like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor. You had your
Yes, like give him the floor.
Senator, United States, because he hasn't done it under.
Let this man talk.
Okay? There is a division of government between the federal branch and the judicial branch. No judge, the judicial branch cannot tell me or the president how to conduct foreign policy. No judge can tell me how I have to outreach to a partner or what I need to say. And if I do reach that foreign partner and talk to them, I am under no obligation to share that with the judiciary. Just like a judge cannot order me to negotiate with a foreign minister of Russia, they cannot order me to negotiate with the foreign minister, president of El Salvador. And if I did negotiate, I have responded to them. Told them we've had communication with the president of El Salvador. I am under no obligation, under our division of powers in this country, to share with the judicial branch how I conducted diplomacy in the United States. It would actually be counterproductive. If I started sharing with courts, or frankly, with the media, my conversations with foreign leaders and all of their details, no foreign leader would talk to me again.
Facts.
Trust with them. So I have complied with every court order. What I won't comply with is order to disclose what I'm saying and what we're talking about with a foreign leader, because then they won't talk to me. Diplomacy doesn't work that way. About the student, say this: I don't deport anybody, and I don't snatch anybody. The State Department does not have officers snatching everybody. What I do is revoke visa, and it's very simple. A visa is not a right; it's a privilege. People apply for students coming to the United States to study. And if you tell me that you're coming to the United States to lead campus crusades, to take over libraries and try to burn down buildings, acts of violence, we're not going to give you a visa.
Is that what Ms. Ostorg did?
We're not going to give you a visa.
Is that what she did?
Come
on, Mr. Secretary.
And every single
You're
one of
just
these
blowing
cases, the
smoke
factors
here
are different.
Senator,
the bottom line is, if you're coming
Shut
to
up.
stir up trouble on our campuses, we will deny you a visa. And if you
Does
have
the
a
First
visa
Amendment
and we find
apply
you,
to
we'll
people
revoke
living
it.
in the United
And
States?
we're going to do more. There are more coming.
Shut up,
We're going to
Chris.
continue to revoke the visa. People who are here as guests and are disrupting our higher education. People are paying money. These kids pay money to go to school, and they have to walk through
Writing
a bunch
an
of
op-ed
lunatics
to the
who are
Tufts
here on student
newspapers
visas.
disrupting the
Simple
foreign
as
policy of the United
I want to
States.
do more. I hope
Oh,
time
God.
was.
Pathetic, Mr.
In fact,
Secretary.
the other day, some guys led a riot. I forgot what university it was, and I asked, please find the arrest records of all the people that riot at that campus. If any of them have a visa, we're going to revoke
I
it.
feel so much safer
All right,
when you
let's,
lock up people like Ms. Ostorg.
We've had enough. We've had enough time on this. Very much.
Okay. As Rubio should got into that tail, he said it's the same guy that was sitting here having margaritas with the illegal. They still, y'all see who they fighting for, right? Do y'all see this? It is crazy. Meanwhile, y'all, so let's get into it because people are human. They make mistakes. So with this next video I'm about to show y'all, pretty much y'all, a citizen of the United States was wrongfully detained, okay? And when ICE realized that, he was let go, all right? So they don't go just snatching people off or whatever. And of course, these people are going to have to prove that they're a U.S. citizen. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing about this, y'all, was the guy didn't cry or scream racism or anything. He simply said he still supports the MAGA movement. So with that being said, y'all, coming straight from Jessica on X, real Jessica 05, y'all. Let's get into it. ICE mistakenly arrested the U.S. citizen. He complied, proved his identity, and was released shortly after. So he complied. He proved that he was a U.S. citizen, and they let him go. With that being said, y'all, let's get into it.
Detained, the 31-year-old says he still supports the work being done by ICE agents.
I showed them my ID, my passport, and my picture, and they confirmed that it was not me. They're doing their job. I still support what they're doing. Unfortunately, they called the wrong person, but I still support whatever they're doing. And I voted for Trump, and there are a lot of bad people in this country, to be honest with you, because they don't deserve to be here.
Despite being detained,
So-
the 31-year-old says he still supports the work being done by ICE agents.
I showed them my ID,
So
my passport.
while the fake news likes to share chaos and make this story into something we clearly see is not himself believe in law and order. He complied. He showed us information. They let him go. Okay. That's how it's supposed to be done. This is what you call due process. All right. Due process. This is what it looks like. And he still said he was going to support Trump administration and everything. Okay. So you got some people out there that's on chill mode. I mean, because why would I act up or act a fool if I ain't got nothing to hide? I can prove. All right, y'all. So we finna keep it going on. Yaron Lischinski and Sarah Milgram were brutally murdered in a vile anti-Semitic terror by the domestic extremists. Coming straight from Wesley Hunt, y'all. My heart goes out to the families. Let's get into it.
Staffers are dead this morning, shot and killed last night in an apparent act of anti-Semitism playing out right in downtown D.C.
I know we're all Americans because I fought for this country. I went to West Point. I fought beside my Jewish friends. I went to Cornell University for grad school. I learned beside my Jewish friends. And you should see the emails and text messages that I'm getting from my Jewish friends I grew up with. I want to let you know that I have their back and I have your back. We will fight anti-Semitism tooth and nail, and thank you for the courage and continue to fight for your people, and most importantly, continue to fight for our fellow Americans. God bless you. Thank you for being here. I yield back the rest of my time.
2 Israeli embassy staff.
Crazy. So this is certainly not a hate crime, y'all. It's a warning. A shot into the cultural war that's being ignored by the people in charge. This junk is crazy. Like, and these are the same people that these people represent and support. The ones that throw their rocks again, y'all, and hide their hands. Sitting here and attacking America itself because they hate this place. Don't know why they still here. Really don't know. Oh, I do know. Because you won't get it anywhere else like you got it here. You know it's good. Let's keep it moving. This is just crazy. With that being said, y'all, guess what y'all girl Omar had to say when all this took place? The one that always got something to say, but when she's asked a certain question, y'all, she just gonna go. She just gonna go. Let's get into it.
Can I get your
Look at her.
DC last night?
Hang
I'm
on.
gonna go for now. I'm gonna go for now, Mark. Couldn't even say condolences for the family.
Because she's an Islamist. Let's stop playing games. She's an Islamist who got elected to Congress as part of what Donald Trump calls the enemy.
We ain't get no outrage from her, no sympathy, no nothing, no respect, no nothing. I'm just gonna go. The same one we see yelling on all platforms everywhere. Walks and say she gonna go. No outrage, no nothing. I wonder why. I wonder why, y'all. Let's get into it.
Within. It's time to take our mittens off and do a reality. She's an Islamist. Tlaib is an Islamist. Bernie Sanders is a Marxist. I dare them to sue me. I dare them to sue me. I will counterclaim. I will get all the information I need. I will expose these people in civil court because they cannot be exposed criminally. I will do it myself if I have to. This is the enemy within. Our media, some of it's bought and paid for, some of it's not, day after day, spewing the Hamas propaganda about casualties. Even Hamas amended the casualties, and they're still spewing the casualties. There are Jews that are still in tunnels in Gaza. Who put them there? Who attacked Israel on October 7th? Free Palestine. They had their own country. It's called Gaza. What they mean by free Palestine is destroy the Jews.
Mark Levy had one thing that he said was that the enemy is within. And he not lying about that, y'all. And I hope y'all can hear the volume on here. It ain't going in and out because it's definitely not my audio. Everything is turned up on my end. It may just be this video audio itself. So we gonna keep it moving, y'all. I don't do any editing, so forgive me if that audio was going in and out. Okay, because I test all my audio today, so it may just be some bad videos at some point or whatnot. All right, so we finna get into it, y'all. Coming straight from Cassie, Akiva, Pam Bondi is stepping up, y'all, and taking place. She is saying that these guys are going to be held accountable for their actions, because this right here is simply evil. Where there's good, y'all, there's evil. And the same very people that say they don't go for all of this is the same one initiating all this, these crimes and all this violence and everything like that. So pay attention.
Mayor, thank you. Thank you. Ambassador, our hearts go out to you, your staff. I spoke to the President of the United States multiple times tonight on behalf of the President. Prayers are with all of us, all of the Jewish, everyone in Washington, state, local, and federal agencies, and our great U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, who will be prosecuting the case, will be doing everything in our power to keep all citizens safe, especially tonight, our Jewish community. Our prayers go out. We have the FBI, all of our federal agencies will work hand in hand with you, Chief, as we have done, and you, Mayor, to do everything we can to keep our citizens safe. We will follow the facts. We will follow the law. And this defendant charged will be prosecuted to
Let's
the
get 'em.
fullest extent of the law.
Let's get them.
Mayor,
Because they deserve everything they got coming to them. Finally, somebody who actually is paying attention to the terrorism and stuff like that that's going on in our country. We got the right people at the right time in the right places. I keep telling you, this is the F around it, find out era. Ain't no way that should have happened. And these very people are going, what they gonna do? Start defending the people, the very people who just murdered 2 innocent people? Because, I mean, that's what they be fighting for. Let's get into it, y'all. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. All right. Coming straight from Real Robert, y'all, on X. Democrats MS-13 NY Congresswoman Yvette Clarke openly admitted the truth about the deliberate open border policy. Let's get into it because these people, this is what they be representing, y'all. Let's dive into the video.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And you know, when I hear colleagues talk about, you know, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, you know, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
So
we have
clearly
a diaspora.
She's saying it's a problem. Clearly she like, whoa, you know what? This is a problem. Not helping the people, not compensation, just power, period. She coming forth, y'all. Because it's a mess. And that's why it was very important that the one big bill was passed. Because this helps the police, ICE, and them do what they need to do and continue to get these folks up out of here. Let's keep it moving, man. Here we go again, y'all. Coming straight from Wall Street apes. Hakeem Jeffries, not a single undocumented immigrant in this country gets the dime in federal taxpayer dollars. Here we go with the lies for any part of compensation and Medicaid cups. I'm so sick of these folks, y'all. If y'all sit here and continue to keep believing this and not research for yourself, then y'all just as bimbo as these folks. Like, for real, for real. They just gonna continue to lie as long as y'all allow them to lie. Let's get into the video and hear this liar. Let's go.
And under current law, undocumented immigrants are already ineligible for Medicaid, the ACA exchanges, and for SNAP benefits. Not a single undocumented immigrant in this country gets a dime in federal taxpayer dollars for any part of comprehensive Medicaid coverage.
Okay, if that is why, then why is the healthcare collapsing? Like, at this point, y'all, people are not stupid no more. Okay? They not going on with y'all lies anymore. Like, for real. This is crazy.
Not one. And so when we're talking about nearly 14 million people who are going to be thrown off their health insurance,
My goodness.
millions of others who are going to be jammed up by this aggressive cut to SNAP, the largest cut to food assistance in American history. We're talking about American children. We're talking about everyday Americans. We're talking about Americans with disabilities. And when it comes to nutritional assistance, we're talking about veterans who have served this country, sacrificed, risked it all.
So now y'all talking about the veterans. Meanwhile, under the Biden administration, A lot of the veterans was homeless, had no place to go, and all of these things. So now the veterans and all this stuff matters to y'all because y'all pockets are about to be cut. So you got to lie to the American people to try to gain some type of control because y'all obviously are losing it. Like, come on. It is very important that y'all research this information. Listen to what he got to say and then go read up on it. Start matching and seeing what's really making sense and what's not.
And they're going to lose access to the food assistance they need to live a life of dignity and respect. Those are the facts. That's
Coming
why
from
we're
them.
fighting hard
This line.
to stop this GOP tax scam that will hurt everyday Americans dead in its tracks.
Oh my gosh. And as y'all notice, they just talk out the side of their necks. Where's y'all receipts? Because the Trump administration is bringing receipts, baby. You got to have receipts to bag this mess up. I can't just go off of what y'all talking outside of the neck anymore. We need receipts. We need to be able to see this. Prove it. Don't just talk the talk. Prove. Walk the walk. Prove this. And they not. Because anytime, see, they got a lot of mouth when they have the actual platforms and interviews and stuff like that. But if you ever see them caught off guard just walking, y'all, they're silently walking when these questions be asked to them. They just walking and quiet. They'll never answer the question. If anything, they'll be violent, push the camera out the face and stuff like that. When they have these type of platforms and everything like that and big TV shows, they got a lot to say. But again, just watch the minute they're caught off guard, they silent. Why y'all can't answer these questions now? Man, let's keep this thing moving, y'all. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Y'all, I believe President Trump did a great job when he made J.D. Vance the vice president of the United States, y'all. When I tell you, it is just phenomenal with the whole entire cabinet pick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is stepping up, doing what they need to do. They're now holding these folks accountable. Okay. Nobody is above the law, and they mean that. Since y'all wanted to scream that an entire time towards Trump, now they about to show y'all that nobody is above the law. And that means your bimbos, the ones out here acting on violence and all this other type of stuff, that goes for y'all. Okay. We're seeing this today. Now, with that being said, y'all, we're finna get into it. Coming straight from my boy, Benny Johnson, Vice President J.D. Vance calls out roach activist judge blocking deportations. So with that being said, y'all, let's go on and get into the video. And I want to hear y'all thoughts in the comment section. Let's get into the video, y'all. Let's go.
You cannot have a country where the American people keep on electing immigration enforcement and the courts tell the American people they're not allowed to have what they voted for. And that's where we are right now. We're going to keep working it through the immigration court process, through the Supreme Court as much as possible. You